on.
Oh, we're on?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just jamming? We never jam. You guys jamming?
Something new.
It's pretty catchy. Very loud.
All right.
Rock
Abrupt stop.
Good evening, all. Welcome to Family Showdown's continuing random chaos. Tonight we are going to do top 10 filler games. So, how do you define filler games? Since, you know, I apparently don't always define things the same way.
So we're going with my definition of a filler game?
Potentially.
Interesting. I don't know if my definition's valid lately.
Touche.
All right, folks. So this is what I call a filler game. It's got to be short. It's got to be easy to teach. It's got to be quick to play and learn and do and stuff.
Sweet.
There you go.
Apparently we are in agreement for the first time in like a month or so, probably, right? So, yeah.
So I guess the big thing about some short games, I guess what I'm trying to say, some short games I wouldn't consider filler games because they take a lot of rules. They're really kind of brain burnery. You have to really think a lot. Filler is like a casual, easy to teach, throw down and play it, and quick in, quick out. And I guess the definition of filler comes from the fact that you're trying to fill time before you play a big
something
game.
Big and heavy.
Right.
Well, yeah, and the nice thing is about our industry like being so enormous right now and booming is you can find heavy games that are pretty quick, and vice versa. You can find some flighty games that take a long time. Right. For what it's worth. It just depends on what you're looking for. You can find just about anything. So. Yeah.
True, and that's what's cool about the hobby is you can actually throw down a 30, 45-minute game that is rules heavy and hard. It's hard to grasp. There's a lot of learning involved, which is cool because you can, once you know how to play it, you do a quick thinky game. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about quick, short, fun games, right?
Yes.
Hopefully fun.
They better be fun if they're on the top 10 list. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to do a top 10 games that suck. That just sounds like a really boring... No.
So, my top 10 is on my ever-present Post-it note from work.
That's even worse than your, quick, let's do a top 5. That's just... Wow. That's pretty awesome. At least you use a full paper then. All right. Are we ready for this?
Wait, hold on. I gotta get ready here. I'm not ready.
Hunters. I saw that somewhere. Where was it? Your filler game was Twilight Imperium 3?
Yeah, they're already.
Oh, man.
It's already begun.
Already beginning. It looks like he's going with a normal definition for filler, people. I think we might be okay tonight. It's,
I hope I can do a filler
list. Normal list? Is that... Could we be making a normal list?
Maybe.
It's kind of out of the norm for us.
But I will say that this is not really my style of game.
No, really? Mr. I like heavy Euros?
This is not really my style. I will play them, and I will enjoy them. I will do poorly at them, and I will have fun.
You usually do pretty well, depending on which one it is.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, that's true. There's quite a few on my list that he stinks at.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. I mean, let's get into this.
And for whatever reason, I kind of left two-player games off the list.
I did too. I actually did too.
Even though there could be two-player fillers.
There are some great ones. We actually have a few.
It doesn't really... A two-player game doesn't really... I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a filler game. Because a filler game seems more like you've got a group, and maybe you're waiting on someone to get to the game night to play a game, and you want to, okay, let's throw down and play something quick, because they're going to be here in half an hour.
Yeah.
Two-player game's really not like that, because I guess if you only have two people at the game night so far, you could do a two-player, but I don't know, it just seems like it fills time, and usually I consider two-player games that we play, even if they're short, it's kind of almost a different category, right?
Yeah. No, it is. I think so. So, you ready? You ready, IT guy?
I may just not look at the chat tonight.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my.
Do I need to switch seats with you? I'll run the chat.
All right, let's get this started. I guess the sooner we start, the sooner the pain will be over.
I can't even look at the screen without laughing because you guys are already starting.
Let's see if there's any games with animals. They asked if there's any animals. There actually is some games with animals in my list.
Are zombies animals?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just curious.
All right, let's do this. Go.
Right. My number 10 is Love Letter. But my favorite filler of Love Letter is The Hobbit Love Letter. Because who can't get into having little Arcade Stones for victory points? I mean, come on now. That's just cool. And, yeah. So I just really like that game. I actually like playing that game 2-player or how many ever player with... there's something fun and simple about Love Letter. It comes in a little tiny pouch you can fit in your back pocket and take anywhere. Takes you 2 seconds to teach somebody how to play that game. Right. You know, you read the card and everyone figures it out as they play, basically. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. I love Love Letter, and it's a cheap one. It's just... for me, it's like the epitome of a little filler. Because it's cheap, quick, portable, the works.
Yep. That's good. I enjoy it. It's okay. This is a game where you kind of gotta go with the flow, right? Because it's so random. I mean, anything can happen, right?
Oh yeah. There's times when it's just not gonna happen that you're gonna win. No skill in the world will save you, right? But I don't know. There's always a lot of luck. It seems like for filler games, a lot of the filler games seem to put some chance element in it or something.
Well, I mean, that kind of comes along with the rules are easy to teach, right?
Typically, it's gonna be something like that.
The latter games are usually have more randomness in them.
Mm-hmm. Ish. Yep, exactly.
All right.
All right, so there you are. That's my number 10. And what do you have for your number 10?
My number 10 is Tumbling Dice.
Nice one.
Tumbling Dice.
Although, in our house, that can become an epic championship if the girls are playing.
Yeah, this is like almost a really great filler in the fact that you can decide how long to play this one. You can play it by the rules and do 3 rounds. You can just throw down and do 1 round and score it and call it good.
Yeah.
You can start with 2 people, and as people show up, you just add them in and keep building until everyone you get to your full complement of people.
You do like Tom and just add random dice for everybody, and just everybody's throwing who knows what.
Yeah, I think this one's good, and it works for all ages. It's just a good all-around game. It's a little more on the expensive side for a dexterity game, but...
but aren't there people out there that even build their own for this and stuff? Yeah. I mean, it's one of those that kind of a universal...
And you can play with almost as many people as you want. It gets a little crazy
crowded
when you get a lot of dice on the board, but it comes with a set of 4, but all you need is 4 6-sideds, and any gamer worth their salt has 4 6-sideds. Tons of them hanging around. Just rob it from a different game. Right?
If nothing else. Yeah, exactly.
But Tumbled Dice is a fun one. Like I said, it scales up to however many you want, and
there you go.
I kind of like even though it's a filler. The definition of filler is one definition is you're kind of filling time, but Tumbled Dice is also a good ender for the evening, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
perfect.
When you're kind of late and everybody's loopy and you want to throw down one last game, that's a good one to kind of finish.
As long as there's at least one person in the group that can do simple math, you're good.
Or you just kind of look at it and go, yeah, I think you won.
Yeah, that always works too.
A lot of times you can just look and go, oh, wow, yeah, you won that round.
True enough.
That's my number 10, Tumbling Dice.
Very good. Very good, very good. My number 9 also has dice in it, but they are the dice of the undead. Zombie dice. This game is great. It comes in it looks like a soda can. And you've got these dice. The expansion has, the Hunk, the Haughty, and Santa Claus of all things in it. I mean, they're hysterical, the dice. And you're basically a zombie and you're rolling to see if you get to eat that person's brains or if they run away from you or if they shoot you in the face with a shotgun.
Right.
It's just it's a stupid game. It's totally stupid. It's completely luck bound, and everyone always presses their luck too far because you have to stop before you get shot a certain number of times. You can teach it to anybody. Everybody cracks up playing this game. It's a really fun, light, again, simple, cheap, portable. I guess that's kind of my trend tonight for my fillers. Very light.
Yeah, what I like about Zombie Dice is even when it's not your turn, you're watching people play because you want to laugh at them when they press their luck too far, right? That's a good one. That was another one at scale. You could do it with...
Oh, you can play that game with as many people
as you want. You can fit around a table who can play that game, or even more.
Yeah, because you just take turns rolling. There's a lot of dead time in that one if you add 20 people, but, I mean...
But it's another one you could start with a handful of people and add more people in.
It's totally awesome.
It's a good one. Good one.
That's a good
Not good enough, but a good one.
What? And the smack talk has begun.
My number 9 is Welcome to the Dungeon. Another press your luck game.
That's such a good one.
Yeah, I like Welcome to Dungeon. That's a good one. It's
I love that game.
quick. Well, Welcome to Dungeon, if you don't know what it is, it's a kind of a press your luck game. Basically, you draw a card and it's a monster, and you can either put it in, have to fight it, or put it in front of you and not fight it, and you have to take away equipment from your adventurer that's going to go fight those monsters. Yep. And you keep going and going and going until everyone passes, and the last one to pass has to go in the dungeon with whatever the adventurer has left of equipment and fight the monsters. And if he makes it all the way through, you win. Basically, you get a victory point. And if you don't, then you get a negative victory point.
There you go.
But it's a great one because you're always like, it's one of those where you just kind of eyeball everyone around the table.
It's more of just a mental exercise, right? Who is going to mess this up for us?
Yeah,
I love that game.
It's a lot of mind games in that one because you have limited. The more players you have, even the more limited your information. With 2 players, you have quite a bit of information, but with lots of players, you just don't know what's going on, and you're kind of watching people what they're doing and their reactions, and it's funny.
Yes. And as James noted, I actually sing that every single time we play. Welcome to the dungeon. We got fun again.
Hey!
I know.
Hey!
YouTube's gonna zing us for copyright infringement.
There's our first infringement right there. Well, there you go. Welcome to Dungeon. It's super light. It takes. It's one of those games that has kind of a range because it's the first 1 to 2 victory points. So if everybody kind of spreads the victory points around, it could take longer, or it could be 2 rounds and you're done, right?
It's done in no time flat because everybody croaks. Yeah, it's such an awesome game.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Somehow that eluded my list too. I didn't put it on my list, so that will be my honorary 11 today.
I think you're gonna have some other honorary 11s.
Really?
Yeah.
We shall see.
My number 9, Welcome to the Dungeon. And Welcome Back to the Dungeon.
Oh, yeah, that one's fun, too.
Yeah.
If you haven't played that, go get it.
Just more of the same, basically.
It's more of the same, but they're funny.
Different classes and stuff.
Yeah. All right.
What number are we on?
Number 8. And we don't technically own this one, but I have a feeling we will at some point because it was very fun. And again, it's another cute, light, simple filler that we recently got to play, and that's called No Thanks. You probably heard a lot of people, especially on Dice. Is it Dice Tower? Everybody loves No Thanks over there too. And we just recently played that at DGM, and it was a blast. And all you're doing is it's just a card game with some chips, like little poker chip things, and you're trying to not get all these high numbers. But if you do get a bunch of numbers, you want to get a set, like a straight, so that you get. Those points get negated, and only the smallest number in your straight are the points that count. So you're trying to get the least number of points in this game. So everyone's saying, and of course you're putting chips on saying no thanks, and you're trying to pass away these cards, and everybody's trying to psych each other out for that. It's pretty good, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just a super light, easy card game, right?
And it's so much, I don't know, it's just one of those that gamers and non-gamers can really get into that game.
You know what I've noticed in a trend with our games is that we got a lot of press your luck games so far.
Because those are the funny. I think we all enjoy those as our light game.
Yeah.
We really get into the, and they usually end up being pretty off the charts hilarious.
Yeah, because we have people in our group that
just go
that don't know when to quit, right? Press your luck games. I go and go and go.
Zombie dice never
and
wins.
I'll lose like 19 times out of 20, but that one time it's glorious.
Oh, goodness.
All right, you done?
I'm done.
You're done? I didn't get to play this one, but I watched, and it looked really cool. So.
Oh, that's right. You didn't play that one? Oh, it was for sale you played, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you gotta play that one. You'll love it.
It looked fun.
We're gonna end up getting that game, I swear.
All right, my number 8 is the game I've probably played more than any other game ever. Well, not ever, because I played like a bazillion Unos and Risks and stuff like that. In the last 5 years, this is probably my most played game. And that is Animals on Board! Look at this animal game! Animals on Board. This game, it has one of my favorite things in games is the I split you choose mechanism, which is one of my favorite mechanisms in games.
That's true, it's fun.
And because I like that because it forces you to be balanced because invariably in all the ones I played, when you split the groups up for everyone else to choose, you get last pick, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be fair or be sneaky.
Incredibly sneaky, because usually everyone can see. Usually don't have hidden information, right? So everyone's
Right.
like, "Hey, he's trying to collect those."
And you're like, "Oh man!" You just touch poker face, like, "I don't want that one. I really don't want that one."
And then you get.
The reason I played this more than any game because I demoed this at BGG Spring last year, 2016, and I probably played it 40 times over the weekend, over the course of the con. But that tells you how good this game is because I still love it. You can't see your face. I made it too tall.
I know, I'm like,
you're like But it's a great. This is a great family weight game. It's a really fun game.
So you like that game? It's fun.
It's fun.
Is it a filler?
It's a filler.
It has animals.
It has
what
animals.
more can you ask for? All right.
Animals on board.
Good one.
My number 8.
Good stuff. My number 7 does not have animals in it.
Oh. Well, I bet I could find an animal in it.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe on a picture randomly somewhere. But it is another card game, and that is Archeology. Specifically, the New Expedition. I love this game. It's just so much fun because it's another one of those. It's kind of press your luck in a way, right? And it's set collection. But you got to figure out when you're going to do it because if a snowstorm, yes, blizzards in the desert, not the kind of desert I was thinking of. Sandstorm hits, it takes away some of your things. Or there's a thief that can rob you. So you want to try to collect. The more you get, the more points you get. But if you take too much time, you're going to lose it all and have to start over again. So you're like holding your breath as you're getting stuff that's worth something. Or one of those really rare artifacts you only need a couple of that are worth a lot of points. And it gets pretty intense. And yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I enjoy that game.
This is a good one. It's like you said, it's one of those games, another press your luck game, right? Because if you hold on to the cards too long, and
it goes pretty quickly too.
Yeah, it's a really quick game. If people know how to play this game, you can probably 20 minutes. You can do a whole game in 20 minutes.
Yeah, very fun.
It's a good one. I like it. Like it. Anything else? Anything you wish to add?
No. And again, another cheaper portable game.
Yep, that one's really cheap.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I've hit an expensive game yet, so that's another thing that I like about really good filler games. Most of the time, they're very inexpensive. So.
All right, my number 7, right? Mm-hmm. 7. My number 7 is Insider.
See, I want to count this game. I was just noting to myself that I can't count this game yet because the only time I played it with our children who broke it.
Yeah, we knew we played, it was me, you, and Caitlin.
And Nessa. Although Nessa was kind of just sitting there.
Nessa wasn't really playing.
No, but she...
within 10 seconds, we knew Caitlin wasn't the insider.
She had no clue what was
going on. She was like,
Apparently, we don't play 20 questions with them enough.
So Insider, it's a social deduction game where you basically play 20 questions, but one person knows the answer, and they got to kind of guide people to answer the question because you have a time limit. So without their help, you may not figure out what the answer is. So they have to get you to answer, but it can't be so obvious that you pin them down. So
yeah.
It's a really cool twist on a social deduction game.
Yes. So we need to play this soon with adults so that I can try this game out because I can see where this looks like a hilarious game. And again, Hunter got another. It's like this big of a box. It's tiny, cute little game. Very cute little game.
Lots of questions in chat. We'll come back to the questions.
Ooh.
I want to answer them, but I want to keep the top 10.
That's right. We got to.
We'll answer at the end. We'll go through them at the end.
We will. We'll scan through it all.
All right, that's my number 7. Insider, social deduction, fun, goodness. It plays 4 to a ton.
It's over there. I can't tell.
4 to a lot players.
Cool. That's another bigger group game then.
Yep.
So that's good stuff. All right. My number 6 was probably my biggest box yet.
Yeah.
But still not a super expensive game, and it's a lot of fun, and that is Fuse. If you haven't played Fuse, this game can get pretty frenzied.
It is pretty frantic.
But it's really quick and easy to teach because you only have, this is a 10-minute game. Flat out. You cannot go over because the bomb goes off in 10 minutes,
Yep.
and you have a timer. But what you're doing is you've got a whole set of cards and all these different bombs, and you roll different colored dice, and each one has a special combination. So basically it's telling you, like, you're cutting the right wires and doing this and that to defuse the bomb, right? So with a group, you have to roll a certain number of dice, and everyone has to quickly pick and share the right, dole out the dice evenly, but do it in such a way that you're still using the dice correctly to defuse the bombs and everything. And then as you defuse the bombs, you grab the rest and you're trying to get through an entire deck of bombs before the 10 minutes is up. And oh my goodness, I am still shocked at how difficult it is 2-player.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was harder in 2-player. I've played it several 2-players. I've played it with students, and I've played it multiplayer with when we did the gaming marathon,
right.
and then I've played it with the groups of students too, and it seems like it's almost easier in a bigger group, which seems weird because you think, oh my gosh, you have to dole out dice to everybody. But somehow everyone just starts grabbing everything and everything works out. With 2-player, you're like, no, it's just, I wonder it got crazy.
I wonder if there's some statistics behind that, because if you have more people, odds are that someone on the
have something that's needed.
Have something that's needed.
That could be.
I wonder what the math. I wonder what the math is on that. I'm a math guy. I wonder if it's because you have more players.
Yeah.
The odds are that someone among the table will be able to use every dice.
Yeah.
Whereas with 2 players, there's a good chance that neither one of you will be able to use it, right?
And if you have not played Fuse, I do recommend getting the app for that. I believe it's free, and it talks smack and stuff while you're doing it. It's counting down, so you hear this ticking noise. It gets really tense, and then she's like, oh, I'm so glad I hired the experts, and saying stuff like that the whole time. You're like, I'm trying, I don't know.
It definitely increases the tension.
It's
the app does.
crazy. Everyone's like screaming by the end of the game.
That's a good one. Didn't make my list because we only played it once. We only played it 2-player, so.
Yeah, gotta crack that out soon for you.
Yep, that's a good one.
Tis a good one.
It was fun. We barely won. We had 10 seconds left.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I forgot.
Yeah. All right, my number 6 is
Your number 6.
Incan Gold. Yet another press your luck game. I love the press your luck games, and this is probably the one I press my luck the most in.
Yes, yeah, even more than zombie dice. That's saying a lot too.
Luck. I just see those jewels and I'm like, I have to have them all. It's like I know the next card's gonna be 15 gems and I'm by myself. I don't care that there's 2 of every creature out already or 1 of every creature out already. Oh man, that game is intense. I think I intentionally make it more intense than it should be because I always go and go and go and go. It's like, oh, one more card, one more. Oh, I died.
Which is funny because usually everyone's bailed by then, and so it's pretty amusing because everyone's like, oh my gosh, is he actually going to get all these? No.
Yeah, but then during the board game tournament last year, I had one round, I got like 50-something gems.
Yeah, that's true, because you kept going. That was ridiculous.
That's why I keep going for that one glorious moment. I love Incan Gold. That's a good one. It's easy to learn. This is one you take to I take
to school.
This is your go-to, one of your go-to non-gamey things.
Yes, it is. This is a great intro game. If you're wanting to get people into board games too, this is a great one. Because it's quick, it's easy, it's got funny little shiny bits, and a great goofy theme. Everybody can get behind the Indiana Jones sort of theme.
Right, and you have simultaneous play, so if you have a couple people around the table that know how to play,
guide everyone.
They can kind of follow along with what everyone else is doing and kind of understand.
Yeah.
Even though you're competing against each other, if the people that know what they're doing are bailing, it's like, oh, maybe I should leave. You kind of see what they're doing and you kind of judge what you should be doing, right?
Yeah, totally.
Don't do what I do.
Unless you like that one glorious moment too.
Oh my gosh.
Funny.
Yeah,
funny.
This is a great one. I just really. Pressure luck games are fun.
They are indeed.
All right, that's my number 6, Incan Gold.
All right.
More on it later.
What makes you say that? All right, so my number 5 is yet another card game that has dice, sort of, and that would be Biblios.
Biblios.
It's kind of funny because you have dice in this game, but you don't really use them. They're marker placers, kind of, to tell you how many points a certain color card is worth. So you're like, okay.
It's kind of a convenient way to score.
It is. For us, what we do to kind of make it a little more challenging now is we tend to, instead of setting it up the way the game recommends, we actually roll the dice, and whatever it rolls, that's how much the card value is, just to start the game off with a little bit more adventure. And what you're doing is kind of a 2-part game, and it's really quick. It's another quick game. You're you're bidding to get certain sets of cards and stuff and money and this and that. And then in the second half of the game, because you're doling out to people, and then you've got a pool, a card that you're kind of like discarding too. But later everyone's going to be fighting over and bidding for that stack, what's left. So you're going to try to hope that you have enough money and everything that you collected in the first round to get the cards and bid for those to finish your sets that you started at the end of the game. And you also have magic power cards in there that will raise or lower the value of the colors that you're bidding for and this and that. So it's pretty fun, and it comes in a cute little case that's magnetically closes by... and it's shaped like a book, so it opens up. It's just a cute game. It's really cool. Another portable game. Quick to play. That's what? A 20-minute game, probably? Of course, I think just you and I can throw it down in 10 anymore, but it's fast. Stupid fast. You know?
But, Biblios is a good one. That one kind of almost borders on being a lot of rules. And it's a super easy game, but it's like right on the border because you have those two phases, right? Yeah. You kind of have to explain how phase 1 works and phase 2. You can't just do phase 1 because your strategy in phase 1 kind of affects phase 2,
you can't explain half of the game.
So you got to kind of explain it all together. It would be better if they were kind of almost independent. Almost,
but you know what though? I really haven't had anybody have trouble keeping track of how to play that game.
No, not at all. It's easy. But I'm just saying for a filler, there's some rules there to teach.
I don't know. Anybody's ever done any sort of bidding, you pretty much have what's going on with that game.
Right. Yeah,
so
it's easy.
So it's fun.
But you have to explain two phases.
That's true. Well, and some people aren't used to the concept of that the values might change too.
Right.
So, there's a little bit to it. But for anybody that's played anything really of any sort, like this wouldn't be an intro game necessarily, but it's a fantastic filler.
Yep.
So.
All right.
There you have it.
Onward. I would say upward, but...
It's the same number.
And my number 5 is Biblios!
What a nerd! No. You have such good taste.
I kind of
copied my...
Oh, Biblios is not a good choice. It's too hard. Biblios, for all the reasons she said, except I picked it too.
So it's like double the awesome. Hello.
No, Biblios is great, and right, like she said, if it's any kind of even beginning gamer can pick this game up quick. I mean, I wouldn't want to teach it to like a non-gamer. It may be a little much for them.
Maybe
it's borderline, but no, it's a great game. It's got. I like the fact that it has two phases. You have the kind of a pressure luck-ish part of it because you look at a card and go, am I going to keep this or am I going to give it to Rebecca or am I going to put it in auction? So you kind of got a pressure like, okay, this is crappy, and then you give it to Rebecca, and you pull another one. It's like, oh, this is worse.
And you're like,
I'll put it in the auction. Oh wow, this is horrible.
And I'm stuck with that card. That's my favorite part of the game is really the first phase because you're like, this one stinks. Here you go. Oh, that one, I'll put it there. Oh, this one's horrible, and I'm stuck with it. You keep hoping that you're going to get the super good card.
Or just the opposite.
Right? Or the opposite, and you're like, jackpot.
You go, oh, this is an awesome card, I'm keeping it. Oh, wow, this is even better. Oh, wow, this is even better. Biblios is a good one. Good one. Good choice. Fun. Obviously, good choice.
Well, obviously. All
right, number 4. We're on to 4s.
My number 4. Yet another card game. See where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going? We just played this recently at DGM with Fun Group 2. And that is For Sale!
For Sale!
It's like, why have we waited so long to play this game?
It's 3 players.
Oh, yeah. We'd probably play that all the time if it was 2-player. That was fun. It's a really fun little... It kind of reminds me of Biblios because it's got 2 parts to it, right? Mm-hmm. So you're bidding, and then you're like... Bidding, I mean, how would you explain that? It's like you're bidding first.
First one's basically an auction, and then the next second phase is an auction.
Well, you're not helping.
No, the first phase is an auction. The second phase is kind of, it's almost like hidden selection.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was trying to think of what you would call that. It's kind of weird. But it's a slightly different auctioning, right? And it's kind of turning it on its head from what you're doing before, like Biblios does. But it's fun how you do it because pretty soon, you're like, oh, paid off that I got some of those horrible cards because now I can just throw that down since I know I'm not going to get anything, or I know that all the cards are good, so it doesn't matter what number I put in or whatever. There's tactics involved with it, of course. And it's just really fun to throw down and play and easy to talk smack, that kind of thing. So, There you go.
For sale. I enjoyed it. Don't know if I enjoyed it enough to put it on my list, because...
Oh, see, I had a blast with it. I'd have fun with it. That's one of those I could see just playing it like with people who've never played it and teaching. This would be a good teaching game to me.
It's a great light filler game. It just there's something about it. I didn't feel any tension or any I don't know. When I play games, I like even the filler games.
It wasn't press your luck enough.
Well, something like it. There wasn't. I didn't feel like, ooh, my choice really matters, right? I didn't feel that.
Well, yeah, because there's usually, all right, there's probably better, there's another chance coming up or something. Because that has a pretty wide range of numbers that you can bid on, or property, depending on what round you're in.
And in the second phase, and not to talk down the game, it's a great game, but the second phase for me, it is almost, you just put a card and hope for the best, right? I mean, there is a little bit of strategy to it, but it really is super random.
See, I guess I liked that because it was the perfect opportunity to, like, get into everybody's head and play mind games and talk smack, because you're like, I'm going to put a huge number out there. I don't know. I have fun with that.
Yeah, but the thing is...
It's a very casual game, though.
The thing about that game is that you can have, like, let's say at the end when you're basically doing the hidden thing, you may only have one high card, and you just happen to put it down at the same time everyone else puts their high card.
Yeah, then you're done.
And then you're toast, right? So...
But that's how those games roll.
Well,
it's a filler.
Filling me full of...
sadness.
Sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Sadness.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, my number 4 is not for sale.
Well,
it might be for sale. You give me enough money, I'll whatever you want for number 4.
You better be careful what you say. Them's fighting words.
My number 4 is King Domino.
Oh, you better not sell that game. Nessa would have a stroke.
King Domino.
That game's great.
This is like the new filler hotness
at our house.
The one that's going to win this spiel.
Oh, I hope so. It should. This game's great. I've played it. Actually, I should look. I have my BGG stats. I bet you I'm up to 12 games on that with Nessa alone.
Yeah.
That kid cannot get enough of this game.
That game's fun. I like the bidding mechanism where whatever you bid on in one turn decides your turn order for the next pick, and it chains off each other. So your turn order chains based on how what domino thing tile you pick. If you pick a really good tile, then next turn you're gonna go last and get probably not as good. So do you get a really good tile and then a crappy tile next turn, or you kind of float in the middle? I just like the bidding system in that, and then my whole thing of look what I made at the end, right? You have your little domino thing that you created at the end.
Yeah, what I think's fun about it too is that sometimes, especially like when you're playing with perfectionists in the group like Nessa or somebody, she has more fun just making sure she got a perfect 5x5 without any weird odd spaces in it. She could care less if she won if she gets that.
Right.
There's a couple little layers to that game, right?
We need to throw down and play 7x7.
I know. I want to try that now. I've done enough 5x5.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've got that fairly good now.
Yeah, I want to throw
part.
down and do 7x7. That'd be pretty cool.
Pretty good choice.
It may move out of filler range at that point.
It might. So. We'll see. We shall see.
But King Domino, it's all the hotness right now. It's fun. It's family weight. It's even even non-gamers could play that game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
dominoes.
Yeah.
It's tricked up dominoes is what it is. But they did a neat job tricking it up, and that's why it's got the appeal it does.
Nessa plays it and does fairly well at it. I mean, she doesn't do super great at it, but she does fairly well at it.
Well, with a little bit of guidance, though, mostly her problem is she just doesn't keep track of the 5x5.
Yeah.
You just have to help her stay within that bound, and that's...
almost... Well, no, that wouldn't really work. I was thinking we could do a grid for her, but if she starts at one spot, she would go off the grid, right? So,
yeah.
Off the grid.
Oh, jeez. Here we go.
My number 4, the Spiel des Jahres. The Spiel Award winning game, I'm predicting.
Wow.
Forget that El Dorado game.
Yeah. King Domino.
All right, my number 4, King Domino.
My number 3 is a recent acquisition for us, and I have a feeling that it's going to continue to grow. I have always loved the gimmicky aspect of this, and we just played it recently, and it's awesome. And it's New York Slice. I mean, the game comes in a pizza box format. I mean, the pieces are little slices of pizza. Your score sheet is an order, like the waitress order slip. I I love it. It's the cutest darn game. And it's fun, and it's another one, like you said, where you like to divide everything and make choices that way. And we had so much fun with that, and the kiddos, the grandparents, everybody got into it. It was a really fun game, and there's quite a bit. It's almost, you can really get into it enough to where it's almost not fillerish, right? It gets pretty competitive, but it's really, really fun, and I love that they have the little, like, specials of the day, so you have tricked up things going on that can give you superpowers that might help you get your set collection that you want for the game, and just different things. Really, really clever, well done. New York Slice.
Yep, that's a good choice. I think with more plays it would make my list. I just don't know yet, because I kind of, I enjoyed it, but I don't know yet. But I think it, like you said, it has two things going for it. That's I split you choose mechanism, which I love, and
it's
it
so
has
fun.
Superpowers, which I love too. So.
And it's pizza, and we love pizza.
Yeah, we do love pizza. So yeah, that one might have made my list, but it didn't even register in my head because we just played it like yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah,
yesterday.
Your list is null. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love this game, and I have a feeling it's only going to grow with more plays for me because I totally got all crazy over the gimmick. I love it.
Yep. So it's a good one.
That's my number 3, New York Slice.
Yep. Overlooked that one. It may have made my list. But my number 3 is even cooler because it is Capital Lux.
You know what? I don't consider that a filler. That one,
it's like 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes
long. But for some reason that burns my brain. I don't know what it is.
Maybe you think about it more than I do.
I do. Well, I do win more. Oh, burn! Oh, no, just
that was a capital burn.
Oh, well played.
I consider this a filler. It's probably a little bit on the heavier
filler,
but it's definitely a filler. That thing.
Oh,
the
man.
game is like.
I love that game. I get into it too much for it to be a filler for me.
If you know how to play that game, you could probably play it in 10 minutes.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It is fast.
I probably AP too much on it. I like to get into that game. That game is cool.
Yeah.
That is a really cool game. And you know what? I think that's one that's kind of, it got really a lot of hype at first when it first came out, and now I think it's flying under everybody's radar, and it's a really solid game.
Well, because I think it's just a simple little card game, so I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
It may fall in that area that simple card game players don't know about it or haven't heard of it or are intimidated by it because it kind of looks heavy. Mm-hmm. And then your gamer guys, girls, people, consider it a light card game. So it kind of just falls in the middle somewhere. It must,
and it's a shame because it's really good. If you haven't played that,
Z Garcia category.
No, it's in print. Is it?
I guess it is in print. But no, it's a light card game with some meat, right? So it kind of maybe it doesn't fit a niche really. Maybe
if it's a niche,
we're staring over there because that's
like,
where it is on the
shelf.
I
like that game. I'm like, ooh, we haven't played that in a while.
The Capital Lux, it's another pressure luck game because you're basically putting you're collecting cards to put in a tableau in front of you. But if there's 4 different suits, basically 4 different colors, and if one of your suits is bigger than the capital, which is the main area, then you lose all your cards. So you want to be as close as you can to the capital without going over. And if you go over, you bust and you lose all your cards.
So much fun.
So it's a cool one. I like it. Again, the pressure luck light card game, but it has some meat to it. You have to actually think of. It's not just play cards and kind of do what happens. All right.
Yep.
So that's my number 3. She forgot about it by the way she reacted, or she didn't consider it.
I didn't consider it because again, I don't consider that one filler because I really get into that game too much. I think about that game
but it's
probably way too much.
Ultra light though.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know about that.
It's borderline.
It's
probably in the Biblios category of rules.
I think it's a little heavier, but yeah. Okay.
What's your number 3?
Nope, number 2.
Number 2. We're already to 2s.
We are
flying.
Not really.
Which is good because we have lots of questions I want to answer.
Oh, sweet. Mm-hmm.
So we'll do a little kind of answering questions thing at the end. All right, what do you got?
My number 2 has been mentioned before. King Domino, the Spiel des Jahres winner. It will happen.
Everybody's saying it's
it should be
El Dorado game.
No, King Domino. This game's fun. I just like it. Again, it's another cute little, not huge game, not a huge price point. Anybody can play this. If they've ever done dominoes.
I want to write something down.
Oh.
Go ahead.
If anybody's played Dominoes, you can play King Domino. It's just tricked up dominoes, but there's something about it that makes it 10 billion. I don't know. I always thought Dominoes was kind of meh, but I like playing that quite a bit, actually.
I played tons of Dominoes when I was a kid.
Yeah, I did off and on. I was just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like a pass the time. It's kind of like playing War to me.
Well, no, I mostly
the card
played
game of War, who has the higher card. That was kind of like, I don't know. But the I don't know. There's just something. I like the art on King Domino. It's cute, and it's got little like Easter eggs in it. On one of the little grassy hills, there's the shadow of a dragon flying over it, and there's like a little sea monster in one of the water picture tiles, and it's cute. It's a cute game.
Yeah.
So there you go. We've already talked about it. My number 2, King Domino.
It's a good one.
Play it lots.
King Domino.
Yep.
All right. So my number 2 is. Should I do a quick edit, or should I put my error in the name of the game? I put the original name, not the new name.
Oh, editing fail! Oh, you're gonna edit it now? What a goober. Oh my goodness.
One moment. I'll probably misspell it.
That'll be funny.
Oh wait, I think it's...
Archeology with a G. I'm just kidding.
Hey, don't give my game away! I put the original name, not the reprint name.
For shame.
There we go. It is... No surprise now. Archeology, the new expedition.
Everyone thought it was Archeology.
I put Archeology, the card game.
Good.
Which was the original name of it. Archeology, the new expedition. This is, for all the reasons she said way back when. I love the press your luck aspect. I love the set collection. I love how fast it is to learn. I love that there is a place that you can... You basically get maps to go to a place, and that place is randomized every turn. So every game's a little different. There's so much going on with this one. This one's great, and I love that I get more and more cards, and I get more and more worried, especially if I don't have my tent to protect me anymore.
I like to keep track of seeing people like Hunter, when he starts getting more and more cards, it's almost like he starts to withdraw himself, like, please don't touch my cards, it's just awesome, and then it's like, I need to get the thief card so bad.
Oh my gosh.
That's a blast.
And I always go for the super expensive cards and hold them, and I'm like, oh man. But every once in a while, I get a good set and score a ton of points.
Yep.
That's a good one. I just like that. I just like how light and easy it is to play, and it has some familiarity and collecting sets and things like that a lot of people know from card games. So.
Yep.
Lolology. I like that. Well, anyway, my number 2, for all the reasons she said, plus I like the press your luck part. I don't know if she really stressed that part. That's my favorite part.
I did a little bit, I guess.
Not press your luck.
All right, it's time for my numero
uno. We're going to let him guess real quick. You're going to let him guess?
Oh, you can't read this anyway. It's not on the screen.
We'll pause to do some guesses on number 1s, and then after we're done, if you want to stick around, we're going to go through the chat.
Oh yeah, we'll go through and get all your questions, because I saw some.
There were some good questions back in the chat.
Yes.
I didn't want to interrupt the top 10 to answer them, but
yeah. Oh, we will.
So give us what you think my number 1 is.
Oh, and I saw that comment about Z. Don't you worry, I'll burn him to his face.
And guess her number 1.
Oh yeah, sorry to distract you. Yes.
Yeah, we're only a week and 1 day. Well, actually, a week from our vacation start, and week and 2 days from Dice Tower Con.
Dice Tower Con.
So we're super excited. Super excited. I'll wait.
Oh. Ooh.
Sushi Go Party for who? Rebecca, I guess, or
Cthulhu
Love Letter. One Night Werewolf. That's a good one.
Oh, good one.
Sushi Go Party. Another one for Sushi Go Party. Let's see what else we got. Give it a few more seconds, then we're going to move on. Lost
Cities.
It's a good one.
Isn't that only 2-player?
It's only 2-player.
That's the only reason I didn't put that one, honestly, was because it's 2-player only.
Like Jaipur, Lost Cities, Targi.
We've got a ton of really good.
All creatures big and small. Battle Line. There's a lot of 2-player ones.
Is Thunder and Lightning only 2-player?
Yes.
Yeah. Although I think that one's a little heavy.
All right. We give them long enough.
All right.
What is your number 1?
My number 1 actually has been mentioned before, but not by you guys.
All right. Hold on. Let me guess. Hold on. Number one. Incan Gold!
It is! And the reason it is, even though I've played it a million bajillion times, I still haven't gotten sick of this game yet. Oh, Hunter's breaking the internet. Alright, so...
There we go.
There's just... I have had so much success, and I've probably the number one game that I've gotten people into board gaming with is this game, Incan Gold. Hands down.
Yep.
People just love it, and I've had so many people request to play it again. This is with a lot of my friends now. They know like Monopoly and Sorry and Incan Gold now. It's like ooh. So I love this game. It's so easy to teach to people, and I don't know. We can't get enough of that. My students love it. It's fun with the family. Little kids, big kids, doesn't matter. Everybody can play this game.
Yep.
Enough said.
Yep, it's a staple at our annual board game tournament because
it is.
I think this may be the only game we've played every
single year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been played so much now that the cards are actually fading and losing some of the picture.
Don't say that. The sleevers are gonna hate you.
We are collectors, and we baby our games. That's just a testament to how much we've played that game because none of the cards are bent or anything. It's just they've been held so much and played so much now that they're finally slowly starting to die.
Right.
So,
but that copy of that game has probably been played 50, 60 times. So I think we've got our money's worth out of it. And then some. I mean, out of the $20 game or however much it is. So 60 plays, $20. That's what, 1/3 of $1, so 33 cents a play. It's not bad.
Not too
shabby. Did I do the math right on that?
Especially, I don't know. I'm not bothering. But either way, it's pretty awesome that you can get that much play out of something like that. So, I don't know. This is like my, what do they always call that? The perennial favorite or whatever.
Evergreen.
Evergreen. That's what everybody says. Yes, the Evergreen. That's the Evergreen.
Yep.
For me, that's a filler game. It's always Incan Gold. So there you have it.
That's a good one. It was on my list, so it has to be good, right? I knew this would be your number one. As soon as we decided to make this list, I knew this was going to be your number one.
Yeah.
But my number one is... What's my number one? Want some hints?
Spyfall?
You got it!
I knew you were going to pick that game.
Spyfall! You cannot get a better filler than Spyfall because... The way we play it, you play one round, and you start a new round, and you start a new round. You don't keep score. You just play one game. People can jump in. People can jump out. People can join. People can leave. It's just great. A game is like 7 minutes, maybe. And if you're playing with Rebecca, it's 30 seconds.
Wow, really? Wow.
Spyfall. It's just great. It's fun. This game... You can ham it up. You can play roles. You can
role plays
smack.
Are hilarious.
You can accuse people. You can point fingers. You're the spy, but I'm really the spy, right?
Typical.
Oh, I love that game. And when I flip up the card and I got the spy card, I'm like, it's on.
You can almost tell because if he just sits there and he's sad, he's a regular.
Oh, this
player.
game is just a barrel of laughs. And when Becca gets the spy card, she's like, "Be red."
I am not. Okay, it depends. If I'm tired, yes.
Rebecca, are you the spy? No, I'm not the spy.
I only do that sometimes.
But
if I'm tired, I can't fake.
I love this game.
I can't bluff.
It's so easy to teach. It's so easy to play. You can do varied levels of you can just play it straight and ask questions and just kind of go with it, or you can ham it up. You can play the roles. You can get into it. It's a great party game. It's a great gamer game. It's a great non-gamer game. Have I sold it yet? I think I've sold it. Have I sold it?
But it can melt your brain if you haven't played a game like that before.
True.
Just because it's the reversal of a 20 questions. Most everyone knows where you are, and you're trying to ask these questions in such a way it doesn't reveal it. But so if the first couple times you play that, you're going to probably be accused of being this guy just because you're learning how to ask the questions for that game. So playing it with mixed seasoned players and new players can be harder sometimes.
True, but
it's almost easier to play the whole group of new people.
But after one round's done, they're like, okay, that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
This game, warning. There's an asterisk in the top over here. It says, warning, this game is not for everyone.
Oh, true.
Because if you're introverts, if you're
yeah, this is not an introvert
easily
game.
nervous.
Yes.
If you in tense situations, you kind of freak out a little bit.
It's tense being the spy. There is pressure if you're the spy. That's true. It's true.
So it's this game. This game is you either love it or you hate it. There's not really a lot of people that are in the middle, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's a very polarizing.
And this is not a hardcore gamer game, really, for the most part. People that want to sit down and
it's mostly just shooting the breeze, right? Yeah. This is a social.
I think it's definitely a party kind of get together.
Yep.
It's a great con game. It's a great party game.
Yep.
So there you go. My number one, Spyfall.
We actually didn't have much crossover. I'm pleasantly surprised. I was a little worried that we might, but we have such different...
2 or 3 games?
Yeah.
Biblios, King Domino...
Yeah, the other one I was
Incan
thinking
Gold
of...
and Archeology, 4.
Yep. The only one neither of us mentioned that I was thinking of, too, was Unspeakable Words. Because we played that one before, too. I don't know if you guys have played that one. It's just a little silly word game where you're taking cards and spelling random words and trying not to go crazy or Cthulhu gets you.
What do they do at the Coliseum games? Did they go?
Oh, what? What? It's just a...
Unspeakable Word is so crazy random. But I'm surprised you didn't do Sushi Go Party.
You know what? Honestly, because of who I play that with, I didn't think about it as a filler game. This is an intense strategy game for my girls right now. They're really getting into Sushi Go Party, playing it hard. So I don't think... I mean, yeah, for me, it's a filler game. But for them, man, they are, like, into this game. So it didn't even cross my mind.
So the games I marked off my list, I made a list of 13. I marked off Sushi Go Party, Love Letter, and One Night Werewolf.
Oh, yeah, One Night Werewolf. That was on my short list for obvious reasons.
Those are the ones that didn't make the
right.
cut.
Hold on. The questions.
Hold on, let me clear off
to the questions.
Spyfall here.
Hurry and go to the questions.
All right, we'll do questions real quick. I'll scroll back and we'll fly through the questions. I saw a handful of ones that looked interesting. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Seven Wonders is not a filler, in my opinion. Oof. That one's way too rules heavy to be a
that's
filler.
Way too heavy. Now, if you got some heavy gamers that play a lot, I guess you could be a filler for heavy Euro gamers, right? But
we haven't played Batman Dice.
Batman Dice game? Oh, it's zombie dice, but
oh yeah,
like
I don't know if I've.
That's awesome. I love Batman.
I answered the question in the chat. Someone asked, "Welcome to the dungeon" or "Welcome back to the dungeon." I like "Welcome back to the dungeon" because it has like the ninja or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
the classes are hysterical in that one. Well, and some of the special abilities were a little more powerful too, right? It was kind of fun.
Does No Thanks work well with a higher player count like 6? We played 6, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we played a full 6. It was a blast.
Yeah.
I really like it with 6. I don't know if I'd even want to play it with less.
Who's the more of a gamer between me and you?
Ooh. Who asked this? Man. More of a gamer.
I think, honestly, in the gamer aspect, we're probably equal, but I do a lot more research and reading and things like that. So if you count outside the game setting, I do a ton more than she does.
Yeah.
But as far as gamers, I think we're pretty equal.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes me more of a gamer that I research new games that are coming up and do research into games and watch videos and do all that stuff. So I don't know if that makes me more of a gamer, because that's really not gaming, but it's gaming related, right?
Yeah, but your knowledge of gaming is definitely a lot higher than mine, because Hunter's like, I know who published this and such game. I'd have to look at the box. I don't know that stuff. That's a good question, though. I win. No, I'm just
What state do we live in? We live in the grand state of Texas.
Tejas. We are in the DFW area.
Someone asked, is Zolkin good?
Oh my gosh! Zolkin! It tasks me! I love that game and I hate that game. Oh, it has the coolest mechanism on it, and for some reason it has not clicked with us and we suck at it.
Oh my gosh, we played that. First time we played that game is like...
We gotta do it again!
We're not... Are we doing this right?
We had a horribly low score.
We had like almost no points. I'm like, are we playing this game right?
Yeah. We got to do that game again. It's gonna click.
Yeah, but it's a fun game. I like.
It's cool.
I like the mechanisms in it, but man, I am not good at that game.
The gear mechanism, just for whatever reason, melted our brains. It was pretty awesome.
Someone says, where's Karuba? We have not played Karuba.
No, but it sounds like we need to put that on our list, eh?
Yeah, we have not played Karuba.
Ooh.
And someone suggested top 10 strategic family games.
I have that on my top 10 list now. I put that in our list of lists.
That's a good one. I like that one. That's a very good
sounds really fun.
Thank you, Matt. That was a very good suggestion.
Strategic family games.
I like
that
one. Top 10 engine builders.
I did write that on here too because I like that one too. Engine builders are one of my faves.
Yep. I confuse engine building with Tableau stuff. So.
Yeah, but I tend to get engine building and deck building sometimes because with deck building you're kind of building up your.
Well, engine building, basically, it's chaining off each other. So you start out slow and you get more and more things that chain and it gets bigger and bigger and stuff. Tableau can just be scoring points, right? They don't actually do anything. Because like Elysium is almost both, right? Because you have the engine building at the top, but then when you move them down into the Elysium,
bottom,
it becomes Tableau, and they don't affect the game anymore.
Yeah.
All right, we going to Gen Con? No, we're not going to Gen Con. I don't know if Rebecca will ever go to Gen Con.
I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge crowd fan. Like I like BGG Con, but when they're talking about, it's so crowded that I can't carry a backpack with me without getting it jostled constantly, I have no interest. Yeah. I know you do. You're like, I want to do it at least once and stuff. It's going to be a hard sell for me.
I think that our next convention to go out, besides small local conventions, I think the next one that we do that's new to us, I think is going to be Origins.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
That's the one I want to do next.
Yeah.
Of all the ones we have, of all the ones we haven't done, that's the one I want to do next. I mean, that's reasonable. I'd love to go to Essen.
I was going to say, if we're just dreaming.
I'd love to go to Essen. I would love to go to the UK Game Expo, but I think the next one that's reasonable, and it's kind of the next step, because that's a pretty big step up from BGG Con and Dice Tower Con in terms of size. It would be Origins.
Doing Origins, yeah.
Yep.
And Origins is probably, Origins and Essen are about as big as I want to go.
Essen's as big as Gen Con, dear.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's in Germany.
Essen and Gen Con vie every year to say who's the bigger convention.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd have to learn how to say "excuse me" in German.
I'm cool with this. And from what I know about Essen, there's it's mostly just buying stuff. There's not really.
Well, that's right up your alley.
I may be wrong, but. But yeah, the Gen Con in Essen is more for the experience and shopping and seeing new stuff. It's not really to sit down and play board games over and over and over again, right?
I want to play board games until I melt.
Well, that's what I mean. So BGG Con and Dice Tower Con are just playing games. They're the main purpose of those two conventions. Origin's kind of somewhere in the middle. It has a ton of vendors, but they also have gaming areas and places.
Yeah, so you go buy a bunch of stuff, eat awesome food, and then play all the games you bought.
Yeah, so there you go. So I'll probably be going to Gen Con alone.
Whatever. You'll end up, we'll see. Hunter's going to be like, I have a business trip.
All right, let's keep going.
It just happens to be during Gen Con.
Someone asked, have we played Yamatai yet?
Which one's that one? Because there's so many Y games.
One we played Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm getting the names mixed up because we only played a couple. We played them all at quick succession. That's the really beautiful one that Yes. Oh, that game. That game is amazing. Yeah. That's one of my new faves.
Yeah, that one.
I got to be honest. That's...
I greatly enjoyed it, and she loved it. So, there you go.
In fact, when are we playing that again? Wow, that's a gorgeous game.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of take-thatness, but it's not bad at all.
But, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know, I loved that game. The art's gorgeous, the kind of mechanisms we like, and it's just gorgeous.
What's the heaviest... Where is it?
Where'd you go?
Where did I see that? Heaviest filler we've played.
Heaviest filler?
That would be a borderline one, right? Something that's quick.
To me, that would have been Capital Lux, because I really... Let's see. Targi? It's got that mini, almost 5 tribes thing going on.
Artifacts Inc.? Is that a filler? How long does Artifacts Inc. take?
I thought it was 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. That's a good question.
Artifacts Inc.? I always thought of that as its own little game. I never thought of that as a filler game.
Yeah. I don't know. But I mean, if you're going heaviest, it's going to be borderline.
Yeah, that's true. That's a tough one.
That's a good one.
That's a toughie. Well, see, and that's the funny thing is like Hunter was talking about earlier too. What we consider a filler game for us now is probably very different from what we would say a filler game is for our game group or something else, because we're throwing down so many heavy games nowadays that if it's just you and me playing, a filler game might just be a game that's an hour long.
Yeah.
To try to, in which case that opens up.
Yeah, if you go to an hour, it's a ton of games.
And I'd be like, filled? No,
Someone asked, top 10 thematic games. Have we done top 10 thematic? I know we did thematic Euros. Did we do thematic games?
If we did that very early. You might want to look at our lists very early in the channel when we first started. Because you have don't you have a list? You did categories and stuff like that, right? I can't think of the...
Yeah, top 10 list. There's we can look real quick.
Yeah,
I can't remember if we did one or not.
I think we did, or we did the most popular theme. Oh, did we do what themes are?
Yeah, we did top 10 thematic board games. We did it 3 months ago. So
it's fairly recent. There you have it.
Yep.
Go check it out.
There you go. Top 10 thematic board games. We did it.
Good times.
3 months ago. All right, onward.
Seems like it was longer. Where'd the time go? Oh, Blockus, or Bloku, or Blokus, whatever you want to call it. That's a fun game. And yeah, I could see that being a filler game too, because it takes 2 seconds to teach people how to play that game. It's a great abstract. Some people might consider that a full-blown game and not a filler game, though. I can see that.
That game can take a little while, right?
It can, but that's mostly if you have a bunch of AP.
That's true.
Like non-gamer APs playing it, to be honest.
Someone wished us luck at the pitch car tournament. You're going to tell them the bad news?
Oh, we're not going to be able to make it this year because it's in the middle of the day. We're only going to be at Dice Tower in the evenings at the convention. We're taking our family, the girls and my parents with us to Disney World during the day, and then we're doing Dice Tower in the evening, and they're playing with the girls.
Yep.
So
we're going to be out of pocket until probably 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so
but then we'll be there from then until
dawn.
We cannot possibly stay awake any longer each night. We're going to we'll be at every single big event.
Yeah, we'll probably be helping with a lot of the Dice Tower events.
So we may be presenting again at the awards. Maybe it hasn't been nailed down yet.
Okay.
But we're going to all the events. We'll be at the game shows. We'll be at the top 10 lists. The charity auction. We'll be at
and then hopefully we'll get to catch a bunch of people, because I know Noble and Sharon, it'd be fun to play a game with them. We hung out and played some of the competitions and stuff with them last year, but we never got to actually play a game and stuff like that. I know there's a bunch of people it'd be fun to play games with.
Right. So won't be at the con until, like I said, it's basically after dinner, and then we'll be at the event until the events are over, and then we'll game from then until when we can't go anymore.
Which might be earlier for me tan you. We'll see.
But we do have Saturday and Sunday off from...
That's true, so yeah.
Off from the kids. I don't know if that sounds right. We're free to do Dice Tower-y stuff Saturday and Sunday all day.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's probably the best time to catch us if you want to do some games.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And if you do see us, come say hi. That'd be awesome. The more, the merrier. Right, I love doing photo montages and stuff, too, so if nothing else, come and let us take pictures and things, too.
Onward, onward, onward. Marty said if you go to Origins, we'll have to catch a game.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I saw a lot of your tweets and stuff about Origins, and it looked like you guys had an amazing time, Marty, so very cool.
All right, I think we caught up on all the questions. If I missed one, I'm sorry. If you ever work with YouTube, the chat just kind of does its own. It's like its own.
I didn't realize how bad that was until I had to run it when you were in Panama, and it would skip.
It popped to the bottom, it popped to the top. It just jumps down a section. It's crazy.
It's really weird. I understand why people complain about it now. So
there you go. There is some question answer and our top 10 filler games. So what we got planned for the rest of the week? Probably going to do a Q&A at some point.
I'm hoping we can fix stuff so we can do a live play. It may not be of Zaya, but we're going to do something soon, too. Before we take off.
We played Zaya with the expansion last night, and it was amazing, but we just couldn't get the camera to work well enough to even... We would have to tell you everything that's happening.
Yeah, it was just really weird. We're having some kind of weird lighting.
The Zaya tiles are like super glare. I mean,
yeah.
It was like we almost had to like either to play almost in the dark for you to see what was going on, or the lights are down so much, or just the balancing where it was like we looked like we were playing like around a campfire or something. It looked really horrible.
Odd, yeah.
We just couldn't get it to work, but it was a blast. We love it. We will probably never play without the expansion.
No, there's no reason to. Oh, it's amazing, and I know some people are just now getting their copies and stuff. Play it right away. You're going to love that game.
It solves a number of the issues.
The 2-player, yeah.
The 2-player was amazing.
It was amazing because this time I didn't feel like we always played the 2-player and we're kind of fixing this broken stuff. It kind of felt like we were making up our own rules as we went a couple times. And this time it was the rules. They fixed everything.
Yep.
And the ships, oh my gosh, the abilities and all the new crazy comet stuff. Glorious.
Yep, it was it changed the rules where it opened up more options in the game, because really in the game you had tons of options, but even more options now because things like mining and harvesting and things like that, it's viable with the new rules. So it's awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's
all right,
beautiful.
I think we're going to wrap it up. We're over our hour point.
Hey, look at that.
So.
Well, awesome, guys. It was great to hang out with you. Let us know in the comments and stuff some of your favorite filler games that we missed. We'd like to do that. Hunter likes to chat and research more games, of course. Feed his addiction. So become an enabler. Join the crew. But thanks again, and hopefully we'll see you later on this week. Night.
Bye. I can't find my cursor.